Britain's ancient history at sea. The British Isles were frequented by maritime peoples long before written records. Prehistoric inhabitants crossed the English Channel in dugout canoes and leather boats, trading with Gaul and northern Europe. The famous Dover boat, discovered in 1992, is one of the oldest wooden vessels ever found and proves the nautical sophistication of the era. Phoenician and Carthaginian traders sailed to Cornwall in search of tin and lead, essential for making bronze. The British Isles were called Cassiterides by the Greeks. This long-distance maritime trade connected Britain to the Mediterranean long before the Romans arrived. Julius Caesar attempted to invade Britain twice by sea, in 55 and 50, from his seas fleets suffered heavy losses from channel storms. He underestimated the tides and winds of northern Europe. Claudius's definitive invasion in 43 AD was an enormous logistical feat. Over 40,000 soldiers crossed the channel in military vessels. The Romans then established ports, such as Rutupia, the main gateway into Britain. Even before the Roman withdrawal, Germanic peoples from northern Europe were already raiding across the North Sea. The Romans built the defensive system, known as the Saxon Shore, a series of forts along the south and east coasts to contain these attacks. With the collapse of Roman power, Angles, Saxons, and Jews crossed the North Sea en masse, colonizing and transforming Britain into Anglia. The most defining maritime period of ancient England was undoubtedly the Viking Age. In 793 AD, the attack on the monastery of Lindisfarne shocked Christian Europe and inaugurated centuries of Nordic maritime terror. Viking longships masterfully navigated the seas around the British Isles, sailing up rivers and raiding towns. King Alfred the Great responded by creating the first organized English naval fleet, fighting the Vikings at sea, a founding milestone of English sea power. Later, the Danish king William the Great came to control all of England, making it part of a vast North Sea empire. The last great maritime invasion of England was that of William the Conqueror. His fleet of around 700 ships crossed the English Channel in September 1066, landing at Pevensey. The Battle of Hastings sealed England's fate and ended the age of invasions, but opened a new chapter of maritime connection with continental Europe. This long history of invasion, trade, and resistance at sea profoundly shaped English identity. The island that was so often vulnerable from the waters gradually learned to master them, seeds of what would later become the greatest naval empire in history.